Hey guys, so I have been asked to look into Lyle and Eric Menendez to do with the killings of their parents, Jose and Kitty. And let's just have a look into the energies, because I've only seen one episode, I haven't seen the rest yet. Apparently they were only meant to be in for 25 years, they've appealed so many times and they're still in after 35 years. Kim Kardashian has recently visited them and obviously she's into prison reform. So let's just see first of all the energies about what their parents are really like, okay? Because there was abuse there was sexual abuse there, and it keeps getting thrown out in court that they can't say their parents sexually abused them. So let's see the kind of characters their parents really like. So first of all, we're going to start with Lyle's energy. How did Lyle really feel about his dad? Okay, how did Lyle really feel about his dad? How did Lyle really feel about his dad? How did Lyle feel about his dad? Jose. How did Lyle, how did you really feel? This is the older brother. How did you really feel about your dad? How did you feel about your dad? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do past energies, back then and present. I do hear a way out, justice cards. He definitely feels he's paid his justice, 1,000,000%. Okay, with this, it is actually, the cards are quite intense, okay? The Six of Wands, in a way, is the victory card, okay? He felt back then he had victory, escapism. Now, there was a lot of hidden emotions and feelings. This is things being swept under the rug, things not being spoken about that are going on in the house and in his emotions. Now, I do feel it could be, like I said, they said it was sexual abuse. We have the sexual card here, the phallic card. This energy usually comes up as a very phallic energy, sexual card. Connect to hidden feelings and then feeling victorious. And I will say it does look like, allegedly, I've got to say allegedly, this has gone on for a very long time, because usually the Six of Wands energy is a battle card, as in it's taken years and years to win the war, but you're finally victorious. It's not something that's happened overnight. So the feeling after years and years and years victory over these hidden feelings connected to this sexual energy, I do feel for sure back then, something is going on allegedly, okay, 1,000,000%. Looking at the cards, okay. Now, Ace of Swords as well meant a new mental way of dealing with it. And I even get the word escapism. Now, I know the parents were murdered. I don't know if you saw the first episode. It's pretty horrific, okay, the way the murder happens. But it's like a new way of thinking about it, a new way to get out of this anxiety. It's pretty much playing off exactly like how it happened in the first episode of Netflix right now. Okay, this is a new mental way of seeing things. I hear get out clause, okay? Then we have a lot of anxiety over this, and then we have looking at options. How can we get out of this? How can we escape? Now, when it comes to the lifestyle, yes, I do feel they had a wealthy lifestyle. They had a good lifestyle. The kids had a good lifestyle, okay? They were definitely, you would say, privileged when it came to money. I'm only saying money, okay? But ultimately, it's like they wanted to continue the way they were continuing, as in, they didn't want to be destitute. And this is why you're seeing all these things about them spending all their inheritance and going crazy. If you're used to living a certain lifestyle, you want to carry on that lifestyle. It's just the way things have always been. But it's like they wanted to do it pretty much without the abuse. Without the abuse. Allegedly. So there's a lot going on there. A lot going on. Ten of Swords is the ending cards, guys. Ten of Swords is the endings, a new idea coming up to them, incredible amounts of anxiety here, looking at options about how to stay where they are. I mean, they don't want to be homeless or anything. They want to carry on how they are, as in their lifestyle, their friends. They had the girlfriend, they had their own lifestyle, they were like men about town kind of thing. There's just something about they wanted to carry on. They were happy in their lives, their friends and the girlfriends and things along those lines, but they just didn't want to be, I'm hearing under the thumb anymore, under rulership. And then we get looking at options how to get out of this rulership, and that's the ending card. People think the death card is the ending, but the Ten of Swords for me is usually just endings. So that's the energy back then. There is a fear of entrapment, I'm hearing as well. I also feel they had a sense, especially Lyle, that they would always be under the thumb. That I'm not even sure how old they were when they were convicted, guys, but There's a sense they would always be under the thumb. Their dad would always be the ruler. They would ruler of the roost. They would never, they could get to 35, 40 and they would never, it's like, there's this sense here they were already in a prison sentence. This is just the energy of coming through of Lyle in the past. They were already in a prison sentence anyway. Now, going forward, what we see now is we see the energy he feels now about the whole situation. We still feel the same. It's still the same energy. You know, we have the justice card. We have the battle, going through the legal battle here. And then we have an invitation, somebody reaching out to help them. Now, usually in romance, this is the romantic card, somebody reaching out with a message. This is the messenger card. Now, this is a messenger card coming with love. Now, I do wonder if that is Kim. I do wonder if that is Kim using who she is as a person to speak out for them. You know, we already know she's visited. We already know she's visited. Could they be released? Could they be released soon? You have to, excuse me guys, sometimes I don't like to read too much into it. I'm going to come out of my own views, but I'm not even sure when they're meant to be released, how much longer they've got. Could they be released soon? Someone's definitely going to throw a spanner in the works again here. When are they meant to be released? I'm going to check this now. Release date. Prison. When are they meant to be released? I do think someone's got it out for them to prove a point. I can't see when they're meant to be released, guys. I cannot see when they're meant to be released. I'll have to do this after, because if not, I'm just going to keep talking. I just feel there's a spanner in the works here. There's a spanner in the works. I know they said they've got new evidence and things along those lines. Somebody is almost blocking it with this tower energy. There's somebody blocking it. There's someone blocking it. I do wonder as well if it's a female family member of theirs that's actually going to block it. So I'm not sure if Kitty had sisters or, you know, the family as such, but I do wonder if someone on the family side is going to try and block it for some reason. We have a group of people coming together when they try and appeal to block it again. There's blocks coming up now. The Tower, the Death card, all endings again. It's not a clear ride of them being released from what I see so far, okay? Now, let's just see quickly. Rather than do them separately, guys, as well, because if not, this reading will go on forever. Let's do the brothers together, okay? So, Lyle and Eric. So their father is, yes, he looked like, again, ruled the roost, incredibly domineering. There was something definitely going on. There were hidden feelings and emotions connected to the phallic card, wanting to get out of it, kind of a release after dealing with something for years. So it all makes sense. The cards all make sense to exactly what they're saying. Now let's see how Lyle and Eric feel about their mum. Now, again, I've only seen Netflix so far, and we can't really rely on that, apparently, according to them. Especially the way Lyle was portrayed. You know, this playboy brat. So let's just see. How did you feel about your mum? Subordinate. Hold on, guys. Sorry, sometimes I get words. Oh, okay. I had to Google this, guys. I'm so, like, you never thought I did so well at English. Subordinate was the word I got for the mum. Now, Googling it, because you know, you kind of get the meaning, but you want to get the exact meaning to tell you. Lower in rank or position. Lower in rank or position. Same game. Same game. It's the same as the dad and the way that she would behave. Here we go. A person under the authority or control of a mother. There you go. That's the word I heard straight away, subordinate. Allowing it as well, allowing the things that went on to happen. Turning a blind eye for a lot of it. Let's have a look now. How did they feel? How did they feel about their mum? Lies, deceit, not protecting them, the strength card. We got the strength card, but then lies around the strength card. Almost like maybe on the surface acting like, you know, she's protecting them, she's the mum with the strength card, but we have lies and deceit here, and her not really doing enough. I mean, the Page of Swords is just going on for ages. It's not like this is an overnight thing. The Page of Swords is delayed progress here. It's just not a good energy with the mum either. And I keep hearing subordinate, lower rank. I'm hearing that we all march to the same beat as well. So I do wonder if even the mum, allegedly, if she was under abuse from the father as well, if the mum was in some way. But they're all marching to his beat. He's got, I'm seeing an image of him with the drum and they're all marching, the mum as well. But there's lies to see. This could be her covering up the issues. I just feel on the surface glossing over what a happy family they are, and underneath there's lots of lies, deceit going on. I don't feel she did protect them enough. There's sadness and grief here though, with the mum. With the situation over the mum, there's still sadness and grief. There is more sadness and grief over the mum than there was any remorse over the dad at all. We didn't get any remorse cards over the dad, but with the mum, we are getting remorse here. We are getting some remorse over the mum. Money. And again, I do feel, again, allegedly, okay, with the lifestyle here, the money to stay in that situation and live the lifestyle she was living, it was just, again, a lot of this is to do with, as well, not wanting to leave the life you've had, the security you have, the money you have, the cars, the lifestyle is a big thing here. And I feel this is why they laid into them so much when they were trying to say they were being abused. They were like, oh no, lifestyle, the inheritance, the riches, okay? You know, that's what they're trying to put across in court. And yes, there is that element here, even with her, glossing over what's going on. You know, marching to the beat of the dad, whatever he says, does, you know, agreeing with him. Pacify him, I'm hearing, pacify him to have an easy life. So yeah, I feel in a way there could have been abuse with the mum as well. And I feel this is why there could be more of the grief card coming up over what happened with the mum than him, okay? I do hear partake though. So yes, I do feel she was involved in, allegedly, some of the things that happened to them is in the abuse, okay? But there's still this thing about keeping this lifestyle and keeping up appearances with this Ten of Pentacles, wealth, the wealth card. This is the biggest card in the pack when it comes to money. This is the most money card, literally. If you get this, it's going to be a good one, guys. So that's the energy over the mum. Now going forwards, there's still a lot of conflicted feelings over the mum. I mean, we have the Death card again. We have them now seeing her. I feel there was being abused by somebody in a position of power, okay? So I feel there's elements coming through where they felt like, yes, it was just as bad for her at times, but because it carried on for so long with this Page of Swords energy, it wasn't like she just did something one-off. She was involved in this for years, okay? I feel that's why they still see her, even going forward now. There was some grief and remorse for her side of it and her putting up with him as well. But ultimately seeing her as the Queen of Swords, so somebody that can be very cruel, not really much warmth from her as such. This is how they're seeing her. The Tower, things come crashing down. There's no balance in their connection, mother and son. There's nothing there. It's completely off balance. They are hearing no nurturing. They wanted nurturing. They're not getting it. The Hermit going into her shell as well. Okay, her backing off. And then we have the Death card as well. Okay. So I do feel it's like some people, I've got to be careful what I say here because this could be really touchy reading. There's a lot of people I know that have, quite a few people I know that have been through abuse themselves. Now, just because you've been abused, okay, doesn't mean you should be abusing other people. Let's put it like that. Now, on one side of things, there was grief and remorse, thinking about, well, she put up with him as well. But on the other side of things, it's almost like this sense of, but it went on for too long for her to just try and say it was because of him and she was forced to do certain things. Does that make sense? It went on for too long. There's an element of remorse for that side of things. Well, she had to put up with him as well. But the other element of things, but she also wants to keep up opinions, keep up appearances and gloss over what's going on. And it went on for too long. That went on for years like that. So that's the element of why they feel as well this cruelty with her. But there is definitely more remorse over the mum than there is over the dad, over what happened back then. Right, now let's just see now. Is Kim Kardashian going to help them? Is Kim Kardashian actually going to help them? Can she help them here? Can she help them? Can she help them? I'm going to have to look into this after, guys. I don't know when their appeal is, when they're meant to be released. Is Kim Kardashian actually going to help them? Somebody was definitely reaching out to help them, but I do feel there could be some family members blocking it. I have no idea if the family members want them to be released or not. I don't even know any of this yet. I need to find out after. She is looking at ways to help them. She does feel for their cause. She feels sad about it. She is looking at creative ways. She is going to put money into it. So yes, I do feel she definitely does want to help them. She does want to help them. The Ace of Swords, I know there's new evidence. I do feel this is the new evidence, a new way of looking at the whole thing. A new way of looking at the whole thing here. I do feel they are trying to get somebody that knew how the parents treated them, or that they could have opened up to speak for them on their behalf as well. I don't think the family, there's something with the family here that are trying to block this. Let's have a look. It's still going to be tricky. Will there be success? It's a lot of block cards, guys. Honestly, at the moment, I'm gonna have to check back into this. There's a lot of block cards. We're still getting the other side of the court cases. They were foolish and impetuous. You know, again, it's this cad card, playboy card. They're going to try and portray them in a certain light. There's just another side they're going to portray. I feel some family members or somebody connected to the family coming forward to block this again. But Kim looks like, yes, she is trying to put some money in to help them and support them. So we will look back into it nearer the time. I still feel delays here. I still feel delays here. What I sense here about any cards is by the time they could actually be released, they could be released a few years earlier, but not much difference compared to when they're meant to be released. So just say it was meant to be released in 2030 and they could get released 3 years before that, for example. Do you see what I mean? I don't feel it's just going to be as clean as we think it is, where they're just going to get the evidence and then it's out, because it's hard to prove this evidence after all this time as well. And I feel they're going to struggle with having enough people coming forward to say about the abuse, maybe only one. Now, whereas on the other side, the family side, I feel them coming out with more evidence to block it. Oh, let me know what you think. And I'm going to carry on watching the series. It's just, wow. What a case. I am happy the brothers are apparently together now, though. Apparently the brothers are together in the same cell, apparently. They're both together now after being divided for years and years. And when they saw each other, they cried. So, oh my God. But those cards did not look positive when it came to growing up and how they felt with their parents and what their parents are like. It did not look great. Allegedly. Okay, bye guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this case as well.